Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashraf al-anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Amma ba'du. Fidyatu, the ransom, halq al-muhrimi, for the shaving ra'sihi, of the head, by the muhrim, by the person in ihram. There's a point where you shave your head for the men. If you do that before the appropriate time, then you have to do a fidya, a ransom. Some people might say an expiation, but it's called a ransom. It's not a kafara, it's a fidya. And it will be explained, inshallah, and the benefits below. Bi'idhnillah. Al-Hadith al-Ishrun ba'da miyatain. The 220th Hadith, an Abdullah ibn Ma'qil, on the authority of Abdullah ibn Ma'qil. قال, he said, Jalastu ila Ka'ab ibn Ujra. I went and sat with Ka'ab ibn Ujra, radiallahu anhu. فَسَأَلْتُهُ عَنَ الْفِدْيَةِ. So I asked him about the ransom. فَقَالَ, so he said, نَزَلَتْ fi. It came down, or it was revealed regarding me, regarding or about me, khasatan, specifically. وَهِيَ لَكُمْ, and it is for you, amatan. It is for you all as well. But it came down for me specifically, and it's general for all of you. حُمِلْتُ إِلَى رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. I was carried to Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. وَالْقَمْلُ, and lice, يَتَنَثَرُ عَلَى وَجْهِ, and lice were falling off onto my face, dripping off, sprinkling off, falling off, يَتَنَاثَر, falling off, dripping, sprinkling from my head on my face. فَقَالَ, so he said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, مَا كُنْتُ أُرَى الْوَجَعَ, I didn't used to imagine the pain, al-waja', the pain, balagha bika, that has reached you, ma ara, from what I see. I never imagined, basically, I would see you in the pain that you're in. Oh, ma kuntu ura al-jahda, I didn't see the struggle, balagha bika, that has reached you, ma ara, that I see you in, the struggle that I see you in dealing with this lice so bad that it's falling off onto your face. فَقُلْتُ Atajidu shatan, he said, do you find a sheep? Meaning, so you can shave your head early and then not have to deal with this, because if you do it too early, then you have to pay a fidya. Hajj has certain rites need to be done in a certain order, and if you don't do them, then you have to ransom yourself. Atajidu shatan, do you find a sheep? Faqultu, so Ka'b, I said, la, no. فقال, so he said, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sum thalathata ayamin, and fast 3 days. O at'im, or feed, sittata masakin, 6 poor people. Li kulli miskinin, for every poor person, nisf sa', a half of a sa'. Wa fi riwayatin, and in another narration, fa'amarahu Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam commanded him, and yut'ima faraqan, bayna sitta, to feed faraqan. A faraq is thalatha sa', 3 sa'as. A faraq is 3 sa'as. Bayna sitta, amongst 6. So again, likuli miskin nisf sa', right? O yuhdiya shatan, or give a sheep as a gift, or sacrifice a sheep rather. Yuhdi here means to sacrifice, not gift. Yuhdi shatan, or to sacrifice a sheep. O yasumu thalathata ayamin, or fast 3 days. Min fawaidi wa ahkam al-hadith, from the virtues, benefits, and rulings of the hadith. An al-fidyata sababuha tarku wajibin, that the ransom, its reason is leaving off something that is obligatory. Aw fi'lu mahdhurin, or doing something which is prohibited or warned against. Fil ihrami, fil hajji, aw al umrah, while you're in ihram, during hajj or umrah. وَسُمِيَتْ بِذَلِكَ, and it is called that, meaning a ransom, a fidya, لِأَنَّهَا فَدَاءٌ لِنَفْسِ, because it is a ransom for oneself, min al-aquba, from a punishment, or from the punishment for not doing things as they were commanded. وَفِيهِ تَعْظِيمُ شَأْنِ الْإِحْرَامِ, and in it is a ta'zim, a showing the greatness of the affair or the issue of ihram. ثانيا, secondly, جواز حلق المحرم رأسه للعذر, the permissibility of the muhrim shaving his head due for an excuse, or للعذر, for an excuse, which shows the permissibility of, or the ease of the Islamic legislation. Someone might say, but this is a sickness. He can't do everything because of it. Correct. You can't do everything because of it, but the rule still stands that it should be done. And so here's what you can do instead. Like a teacher, if a kid is sick at the time of final exams, he may allow him to make it up later. Or he may say, okay, if you can't, for example, do the project that is the final exam project, then write a 3-page paper. Do something instead of it. You're going to have to still do something. Yes, you're sick, but you're going to have to still do something. All right. Thirdly, ثالثا, جواز التصريح, the permissibility of being open and forthwith, بما يستحيا منه, in what a person is normally shy from, في مقام التعليم, in the place of education. So here, Ka'b ibn Ujra was informing Abdullah ibn Ma'qil that he, number one, he had lice. Who wants to talk about this? Number two, and they were so bad they were falling onto his face. Number two, that he didn't have a fidya. He couldn't find a fidya. He couldn't find a ransom for himself. Shy of these things. A person would definitely be shy of these things. He's sick. He's on Hajj. He wasn't able to complete it. He got lice. They're falling on his face. And he doesn't find a sheep to ransom for himself. So these things no one wants to talk about. But if they're for an issue of teaching, then it's permissible to do so. هذا والله تعالى أعلم. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.